morning. My name is Charlie Cradaville. I'm the editor of New Brunswick Today, a community news outlet, available online at newbrunswicktoday.com, as well as Facebook and YouTube. I'll start by saying Happy New Year, everyone. Congrats to the election winners. Wish you all the best in your terms. And hope that you'll be guided by the Constitution and your constituents in those terms. I will say it's great to be here. It's great to see so many people here. I wish we had this many people come to our meetings in New Brunswick. And the reason I'm here is I wanted to raise a concern about an Open Public Records Act request that I filed this week. I filed this request with about 35 different government entities, just asking for the recordings of the government meetings that took place in the prior year, 2024. The borough clerk responded promptly, and I thank him for that. I trust he'll provide whatever he can. But there was a concerning component of the initial response, so I do have a document I'd like to share with everyone. It should be enough for everybody. If you take one and pass it down, thank you. What I was told by the clerk was that, again, he'll get me what he can, but that the borough was approved for destruction of records through, according to this on page 2, if you look at item 21, appears to be the audio-visual item that's through July of 2024. So concerned if these records have already been destroyed, that's not good. I think that meeting recordings are among the most important records that the borough has. And I really would like some answers, if I may ask. Have any of the 2024, let's say, borough council meetings been destroyed?
Clerk Ray, would you like to answer?
Sure. Just for the public's benefit, recordings are not a permanent record. You're only required to keep them for up to 80 days. So the request in being discussed was to destroy recordings from January of 1990 through July of 2024. So whatever recordings, and there have been some, when I started here in March, there were boxes of cassette tapes. So show of hands, who still has a tape deck? So many of these records have been destroyed. Some of them have not yet been destroyed. So even though we have an approval to destroy these records, an approval from the state Department of Treasury, Division of Archives and Records Management, we've simply requested approval and received it. Anything we still have, we can provide to the requester. This request came in on January 1st at about 12:42 a.m. So we have had only 2 business days since it's been received, and the requester has already gotten his response well before the 7 business day statutory requirement, and he's already been provided with a copy of the records destruction approval, indicating that some of his requested records will not be available. So outside of that, I'm not sure what issues there are. I think we're handling this quite effectively, efficiently, and in accordance with the law.
Thank you. It's good to see a familiar face up here. I wanted to, say that what I take away from that is that, yes, there have been some 2024 meeting recordings that have been destroyed. I highly doubt they were on cassette tapes. And I don't see the reason for that. I think that, these days, digital storage, especially for audio recordings, I don't see any video cameras here other than mine, it's fully possible to store many, many years worth of all your meetings at a very affordable cost. It doesn't take up physical space, it's digital space. And even if you are allowed to destroy them after 80 days, I think that's a mistake. And I think if you look at what other towns do in Somerset County or Middlesex County, many of those towns actually record their meetings on video, some broadcast them live, others allow for remote access, and at the end of the day, those recordings are quite often archived and posted on the web for people to get without having to file an OPRA request. Some towns, use YouTube. Other towns have it on other software that you can access on the web. And I think in 2025, it's high time that that all our towns have maximum transparency for things like borough council meetings, land use board meetings, and the like. Obviously, there's great interest in this meeting today with a lot of people coming out, and I imagine there's others that couldn't make it that might benefit from a video recording or an audio recording if it were proactively made available instead of being held by the clerk for, you know, a few months and then destroyed. I don't think that's the right way to go about it, and I would encourage you to reconsider. Can I ask that no further meeting recordings be destroyed before, you know, like whatever you've got, you'll release before destroying any further?
I could agree to that. I think this whole council can agree to that.
Well, it is according to state law, whether or not you have an approved destruction request or not, any records that exist at the time a request is received, you must produce.
Got it.
So that goes without saying or requesting.
Okay, well, and again, Mr. Clerk, thank you for the quick response. I got the response, I believe, the same day I filed, so I appreciate that. I just want to make sure nothing further is destroyed before the request is honored, and yeah, encourage you to take this as an opportunity to come up with policies that are going to result in more transparency for everybody who cares about the borough and wants to see these meetings. And you know, for today's meeting at least, I've got a video recording going right now, and we'll post it to the New Brunswick Today YouTube channel later today. And happy and healthy New Year to everyone.
Thank you for your comments, sir.